Hello. Good afternoon, Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Thanks for joining me today on the video podcast where we talk about digital marketing strategies to grow your business. Today, we're going to talk about geo-targeting and Cinco de Mayo. Yes, for those of you who had a great time yesterday celebrating Cinco de Mayo at your favorite watering hole or Mexican food place, wherever you chose to celebrate that event, I want to talk about how businesses can maximize location-based mobile marketing to grow your business. I think about yesterday when I was sitting with my friends at a local Mexican food restaurant, and we were enjoying chips and salsa and queso and fajitas. And we were there for probably a good 4 hours, much longer than a normal lunch would be, or dinner, at that restaurant. And while we were there, of course, in between conversations, there was a good group of 5 or 6 of us there. And, the ladies would talk about things and the guys would talk about things, and then the guys and girls would go back and forth. But during that time, there were times where, each of us would jump on our phone and we would check Instagram or Facebook. We would even check in. We took pictures, we put hashtags. And so all of what was happening in the real world, this experience that was taking place was being shared on the social web. And a business that understands that is a fundamental way a lot of society thinks about, hey, I'm actually going to this place, and when I get there, I'm already thinking about what kind of selfie I'm going to take, what kind of group shot. Like, that is the world we live in. So when you understand that there is you need to, as a business owner, you need to understand that, okay, I've got a large group of potential customers based on the fact that they're in this location and they are spending money in this location at this date for a very specific reason. If that were to fall in line with your products and services, you should capitalize on that opportunity and leverage location-based geo-targeting capability. So, Facebook and Instagram, the ad platform, thinks about location-based marketing sort of in 3 ways. A, target for people who are living in this area. B, people who have recently visited this location. Or C, people who are traveling to this location. So those are the 3 sort of location-based metrics or behaviors that you can then tie into your mobile marketing campaign. Now, again, obviously, if I'm visiting a location, I'm mobile, I'm going there, and I'm going to be, visiting and spending some time in that brick and mortar location. So, for all of the patio companies or landscaping companies that do patio design, or maybe you're a furniture company, or maybe you do outdoor landscaping. One of the things that I found was really interesting is a lot of people wanted to sit outside yesterday. And so that behavior of, I'm going to spend money, and one of the things I'm going to spend money on is being outdoors with people I like and enjoying and have a good time. So that behavior is something that if I'm a business and my product or service lends itself to that kind of behavior, like a patio furniture company or outdoor landscaping company, or what about if you're a liquor store owner, right? If you're a liquor store owner, wouldn't you want to target people who are going out and spending money on food and drinks on a special occasion? Because we could spend our money on lots of things, but when we demonstrate by our geographical behavior that on this date, on this time, I wanted to spend my money and this is where I chose to spend it, that really tells you something about that user in their buying habits and their patterns. So, really understanding that is huge. Now, the thing that you have to be aware of is that on the Facebook platform, you only have a 1 mile radius is the minimum that you can sort of circle around. Well, I don't want a whole mile around, you know, that Mexican restaurant or wherever that location is that you're trying to target. You know, maybe you're a wedding photographer and you want to target, you know, on Sundays or Saturdays, this one particular venue does a lot of weddings, and you might want to zone in very specifically on that area. So one of the tactics that you can use to make sure you exclude that is to put exclusions in your rules. So, you know, and you can do that with a pin and say exclude this. You can put a pin and exclude a zip code to really box in that very specific brick and mortar location so that you can target those users. And I think the other part to really understand and to think about is, you know, is there a next logical location that they're going to stop at right after that location? So, you know, I wonder how many people went to, you know, a local, you know, restaurant that serves, you know, Mexican food yesterday, and they immediately left there and drove to a liquor store to take the party back to their house. Or, you know, what was the next step? And I think that, you know, there's a lot of information that, you know, how many people go to, you know, the grocery store first, and then they go to, you know, the gas station next. And what does that tell you? So understanding your customers and where to put up your sign, it's kind of like the days, you know, you probably see them today when you're driving around and you see them on the street corner, we buy houses, or, you know, whatever, and they're on a very specific location. Well, with geofencing, right, and geo-targeting, you have the ability to really leverage. So if there are specific patterns within your local market, you can leverage that to your advantage and provide mobile marketing display messages and ads in a contextual way that your folks will respond to. And I think the other thing that's really important too is, you know, making sure that, okay, you targeted me great. Like I was there and I was on the patio and I was having a great time. And even while I'm there, you know, or right after I leave and I go back to my house, you know, and I see an ad for, you know, a patio set that's on sale now for Mother's Day next weekend, right? And 20% off or whatever the, you know, the special offer is. Again, you really have to kind of think it through strategically about do you know what I'm about to do before I do it, based on historical patterns or based on, you know, trends or locations or businesses that are in your town that you know have historically performed well. You know, leveraging this idea for against your competitors is also a really smart, savvy digital marketing play. You know, understanding that if people aren't coming to your location or business but are going to your competitor, leverage that, right? Drop a pin on that location and say, people who are marketing, you know, come in here, like I want to do that. Like if I was a car dealership in Georgia and I was trying to, you know, market to the big city, you know, that's in Florida, that's just south of here, like I would do target marketing based on people visiting the dealership at my competitors. Or if I was, you know, a liquor store owner, I would, you know, look at other businesses. If I was a restaurateur and, you know, I saw people were going to, you know, other barbecue shops, I would target people who visited barbecue shops. So that as a barbecue restaurateur, people would come to me as well. Always remember that the landing page that you build that's connected to these ads needs to be mobile optimized. You've got to have, we've talked about this last week, but again, I think it's super important. Make sure your information is relevant, direct, to the point, mobile optimized, and don't forget to collect your own first party data. So you want to take that sort of ambiguous Facebook user information, have them come to your website, and then for a free whatever, you know, you're able to put in, you know, their name and email address, or just email address, you know, get great offers. That is how you capitalize on geo-targeting and Cinco de Mayo and how to maximize location-based mobile marketing efforts for your business. Thank you guys for joining in today. My name is Michael Wynn, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a great day.